And good morning, Infinity. We want to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship this morning. Welcome to Yoga Sunday. We are here to open the way. This is Sunday service, y'all, and it is completely off the charts in a beautiful way. It is Yoga Sunday, which is the Sunday where we put movement with the message. So if you are new to Infinity, we will welcome you in a little while. My name is Jeff Obafemi Carr. I'm the Chief Spiritual Officer here at the Infinity Fellowship, and we're welcoming you into Yoga Sunday. This is a moving, meditative service, and 8 years into the Infinity Fellowship, we're excited that we have created a way monthly to marry mind, body, and spirit, and you are experiencing it today, and we welcome you into the place. We begin with the opening of the way of spirit. Opening the portal by tapping into the God of your acceptance and understanding, and simply sitting in that energy in acknowledgement, in awareness of the presence. So I invite you to close your eyes at this time and invite all eyes to be closed, all hearts to be open, all heads to be bowed as we open the way today with an affirmative prayer. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowing down your breathing so that we can synchronize our energy today, so that we can come together in the breath and the awareness that the breath is animation, the animation is life, the life is purpose. And so as we tune into that divine light that exists within each and every one of us, that spark of creation that fuels the fire of living, we give thanks. We are grateful to be here today in this moment of divine consciousness. We are grateful for this gathering that we call the Infinity Fellowship. We give thanks to the universe. We give thanks to the God of our acceptance and understanding, our mother, our father. We give thanks to all of creation for gifting us with the ability to show up today and to be a yes. Thank you for the gift and the blessing of family. Thank you for the gift and the blessing of community. Thank you for the gift and the blessing of consciousness. To consciously focus our energy today on the movement of the body, on the inhaling and exhaling of the breath, of the divine awareness that we are wonderful animated beings, representatives of all creation. And as we exist as fingers on the hand of humanity, we give thanks for being right now. We give thanks for the week that we've been through. We give thanks for the many obstacles that may have appeared in our path that we see now were simply opportunities for us to shift our thinking. We recognize that all things work together for the good. And during these difficult times that make us think negatively of the world, of our families, of our friends, of our workplaces and environments, we recognize, however, in these moments of reflection, that these things have made us stronger. These things, these experiences have taught us lessons. We have learned, we have grown, and we have done this because of you and your divine presence in our life. We give thanks for all the families in bereavement today. We give thanks for those in transition today. We speak that they will be strengthened, that the wind will undergird their movements right now. We send love in their direction. We send energy and light in their direction. We send the beauty of stillness in their direction. For it is in the stillness and the silence that we hear and embrace the voice of God. We give thanks in this moment, and we are grateful. For these things and others that we cannot put into words, we simply breathe in and exhale in the awareness of the ever-eternal power of gratitude. We are here, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. As we pour our libations today, we want to welcome you into the space where we get to acknowledge our ancestors, those who have traveled the path before, those who have paved the way for us in many ways through their thoughts, through their deeds, through their actions. Sometimes thoughts, deeds, and actions don't always measure up to our standards when we look back. But in the very least circumstance, we can celebrate presence, because presence of our ancestors means that we are here, that we are the biological recipients of a lasting and long legacy. And so we are ever grateful in this moment. We are grateful to pour out for those who came before, recognizing that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. So we pour this water that represents the living. We recognize and remember those who have gone before, represented by the earth that we pour into. Absence in this physical body simply means presence in the divine cosmos. So the Lakota people use the term mitakwiasin, and it means all my relations. So whenever you enter the room, whenever we come into a space, we're never coming in alone. We're coming with the collective ancestry that goes back thousands of years. Whatever culture we are from, wherever we originate, all our people are always with us. And so we are grateful for the loving energy, for the cosmos that surrounds us. And so we pour today, and we use the Yoruba word that means life, breath, and spirit. A commandment and pronouncement of "and so it is," Ashe. So as we pour this water today, we want to recognize two spirits that came into our awareness this week in transition. One of them, Dr. Wosene Yefru, Ashe. Dr. Yefru was one of the founding professors at the Department of Africana Studies at Tennessee State University, a long-fought struggle to get that department. He was funeralized at one of the Ethiopian traditional churches yesterday. I was pleased to be in attendance to see such a beautiful ceremony. And as we are in that space today, we recognize his work and his life work in Nile Valley civilizations, and we keep that energy going and flowing. We also pour Ashe to the energies of one of our greatest entertainers, especially if you were around in the 1970s and you saw the movie and TV show Fame. If you saw Aaron Loves Angela, if you saw Sparkle, if you saw any of those movies and had a crush like all of America did on young Irene Cara. Sister Irene Cara transitioned, and we poured to her delightful energy. She lit up the screen, she lit up the radio, and just left a powerful legacy in this world. Ashe. And so we pour this water and say today, cool water, freshen our spirits. Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors. Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother God, Father God, Divine Source and Creation. Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. So we pour today to the energies of the north, Ashe, the energies of the south, Ashe, the energies of the east, Ashe, the energies of the west, Ashe, the energies of the ground below us, Ashe, the energies of the sky above us, Ashe, and the energies of the heart center, the intersecting points that brings all the directions together, Ashe. We ask at this time that you type the names aloud in the box that you'd like to recognize of the ancestors, or you call their names aloud in your homes, and we call their names aloud in the space today for these next few pours of water. Hey, what did you call? Catherine Carr, Thomas and Gussie Hayes, Stella May Carr, Jessica B. Carr, Hayes family, Horseman. So it is done. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. And so it is. Today's meditation, and I invite your attention at home to the screen, comes to us from George Washington Carver. And George Washington Carver reminds us in this statement of his genius, how far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. Take a deep breath in on that one. Exhale and let it go. And on Yoga Sunday, I like to give you a few seconds to just look at that screen and meditate on it. You will have been all of these. And so we welcome you into the space today, y'all. We are grateful that you are in the space. It's good to see you all. Hello in the chat. We're going to read our statement of infinitude. Then we're going to welcome you. We're going to say a welcome. We're going to generate some gratitude. And then from there, we're going to welcome you to the mat today. So I'll be talking to you in the chat in a minute, but we want to review our statement of infinitude. And again, I want to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship today and remind you of the four principles of our gathering. We call it SNAP. The S is for spirituality. Spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing. Nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and we walk in our divine purpose every day. Finally, the P is for the proof. Proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful that each and every one of you is here as a unique manifestation of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, known by many names and yet embraced by all the world. And we do that with one energy. So this is the foundational practice of interspirituality that we practice here at Infinity, and I invite you at home and in the space to join us in our statement of infinitude. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. All right. Good morning to you. I get to say good morning. Good morning, y'all, in the space today. Thank y'all for joining us today, for being in the space today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it. Everybody's here. Look, generate some gratitude with us. Today is the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding has made. It's a moment to be excited about. It's a moment to celebrate. Y'all, we're going to move our bodies in a minute. We're going to get this energy flowing. We got a power practice today. More on that in a minute. But for right now, I want you to tell us who you are, where you're coming in from. We know we got familiar faces. We know we got some new faces coming into the space rather today. But we want you to let us know who you are and one thing that you're grateful for today. So as we sing, good morning to you, we want you to know that we are thinking about you. And we want you to know that we are operating in gratitude. One thing that I'm grateful for is having a space here today on a windy day with heat that is going to feel good and help our bodies. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say, a da 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 da. All right. So as you were saying, good morning to you. As you are singing that song right now, I want you to type something that you're grateful for. Give us one thing. It may be that you were able to show up today, that you got a towel on the floor. It may be that you discovered that there is such thing as a yoga Sunday. It could be that your kids came home. It could be that you made it home. It could be that you made it to the airport. Whatever it may be, grab it. Let's go. Come on. Good morning to you. All right, let's bring the music down and see if I can say a little hello to some people while we're rocking it in the background. Good morning. We got Lakeisha in the house saying good morning. We're saying good morning to you as well. Welcome to the mats today. We've got great, I'm pulling you up. Daniel's pulling us up. Terrell Lenz is in the house. Good morning, evening, beautiful spirits. So happy to be with you all on this divine day. Got you on the screen, Brother T. Glad to have you in the space today. We've got Sister Keisha in the house. Good morning, family. Good to have you in there. Sunny moments. We love to see and hear you. We got a good morning from Yellow Bee in the house. And I think, because I see, well, it looks like Portia, but I don't want to say it because my glasses are in there because I'm doing yoga today. We're going to move it all together. Maria Harris. Hey, Maria, good to see you. Good morning, everything. It is good to be with you again. It is good to be with you in the house again. Sister Maria, thank you for joining us for Yoga Sunday. Text a friend, tell a friend, link a friend. If you're watching, tag us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and blow this thing up, generate it. We're also broadcasting on Twitter today. Good morning. I'm grateful for that. So we're able to do Yoga Sunday, and there are people who come in from Twitter and actually do our Sunday services. So, hey, Twitter folk, we're happy to have y'all on. We're happy to have y'all ready to get on the mat in the space today. Keisha is great. Is the space open for service? Lakeisha Thomas, it sure is. Definitely. We've been virtual on Yoga Sunday, but you come on in the room next Sunday, Spirit Sunday. We're open, live music, hot coffee, hot tea, childcare. We got it all. So we can't wait to see you next week for everybody who is here in the Nashville area. So we've got more gratitude coming in. Sister Leanne coming in from Belgium. Love you. Glad to have you in from overseas. This is our global fellowship. Oh, we're going to work today. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to love it. So we've got Leanne's grateful for this Yoga Sunday. That's great to see. We've got some other messages coming in. Trey, thankful for the teaching of yoga and the royal science. Grateful to have you, Trey. Trey said he wanted to work out this week. He said it in the band app. He said he can't wait. So I'm like, okay, good. Oh, we should have done the chat function. I want to see how many of us are going to hang with this powerful practice today. It's going to be absolutely great. Angie Bartlett-Treese, good morning. On the road this morning, traveling to Free Hills, Tennessee to visit family. Simply grateful for breathing. Oh, what a wonderful moment. What a wonderful moment. All this gratitude is in the space today. Lakeisha Thomas is grateful for life, family, and friends. We're grateful too. We're grateful to welcome you in there into the space. All right, let's see who else we got. Some folks. I see some. I'm just going to run through because I see a lot, and I know I want to get as many of you as I can in, because in a minute we're not going to have access to our keyboards and thumbs. Sister Felina, grateful for my life, children, family, and for the strength to get through today's practice. Come on. Yes. I'm going to stretch myself on that one. Stacy Jackson's in the house from Clarksville, Maryland. Grateful for the loving fellowship with friends and family on Thursday. Grateful for you too, Sister Stacy. So grateful, so grateful. Michelle Mayberry, good morning from Texas. Love your family. Thankful for great holiday times with my family. Yes, y'all had a great holiday. Everybody ate well, I'm sure, and at least hung out well. We ate very well, which is, this is why we're doing a power practice today. Amen. Grateful for being here today, Lakeisha says. We got a couple of Lakeishas here with us today. We may have three. Isn't that nice? And all spelled different ways. It's amazing. I love it. I love this energy. All right, thanks, Daniel. Good morning, Infinity. I want to welcome our visitors at this time. And as we prepare for the visitors welcome, if you are a first timer, feel free while you still can to type first time in the box. That's important for us. We also have a slide that we like to bring up on the screen, and we'll bring it up for you at home. And this is the slide that you can take a picture of. Get that QR code in. And when you take a picture of that slide, we will send you a special love note. We'll send you a special greeting, and we'll send you a special physical gift. Yes, you get a gift for signing up to get some updates from Infinity. We do not send you spam. We don't overload your inbox. We don't make it so that Gmail sends you that notice saying that you're 92% full and all of that, because people adding you to lists. But we do like to recognize that we see who you are as a spirit who is navigating the human experience, and not just a human who showed up to have a spiritual experience. So again, at any point in time during the service or the replay, go ahead and hold up that phone to the QR code on the screen, fill out the brief form, and we'll send you something, and stay in touch. How about that? If you're a first timer, or even if you're an old timer to Infinity, we like to let you know that we see who you truly are. And we know who you are. We know the who, what, where, when, and why. So take a deep breath here. Exhale, let go. Feel the presence of community. Wherever you are in the world, we got you. You're not by yourself. The benefit of a Sunday community and a fellowship is that you get to be reminded that you're not nuts and that everything is in alignment. This is your weekly vitamin boost. And if you're new to Infinity, we want you to feel this welcome as we extend our hands to you. If you're in the space, extend your hands to each other. If you got your family around and you're watching, extend your hands to them and just shoot them some energy, look them in their eyes, and repeat after me with all enthusiasm. I see you.
I see you.
But you don't hear me though.
But you don't hear me though.
I really see the real you.
I really see the real you.
I see who you are.
I see who you are.
You are a divine manifestation
You are a divine manifestation
of God's creation.
of God's creation.
I see what you are.
I see what you are.
You are a spirit.
You are a spirit.
You're more than what's on the outside.
You are more than what's on the outside.
You are a gift to me
You are a gift to me
and to the entire world.
and to the entire world.
I see where you are.
I see where you are.
You're right here in front of me,
Right here in front of
where I can let you know,
where I can let you know
if nobody else will,
nobody else will,
that you are not alone.
that you are not alone.
I am with you
I am with you.
and you are at home.
You are at home.
I see when you are.
I see when you are.
You're in the right now, baby.
You're in the right now, baby.
You are so much more than your yesterday.
You are so much more than your yesterday.
I see why you are.
I see why you are.
You're here to learn,
You're here to learn,
to grow,
to grow,
to embrace your dreams,
embrace your dreams,
to move your body,
to move your life,
and to celebrate your divine destiny.
to celebrate your divine destiny.
I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing.
I'm here to do the same.
So we're going to help each other out.
We're gonna help each other out.
All right? All right? I know the real you,
I know the real you.
and I see you shining today.
I see you shining.
I feel you shining today.
Feel you shining today.
I know you're shining today.
I know you're shining today.
So welcome to Infinity.
So welcome to Infinity.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Ashe. Now give out some high fives. Get yourself together. Get yourself ready. Give some love. Shake it out. Mm. 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 Hey. Oh, what's it? Dan don't think I can do it. I taught Dan. Didn't I teach you how to do that, Dan? What's that little dance we got? Didn't I show you how to do that with the towel? Dan won't get. Dan don't give me credit. Daniel showed me how to do it though. Now he said it. He's just going along. He showed me, y'all. For all the world to know, my son shows us the hip dances and everything that's right in the world. Let's carry that energy into our sacred giving right now. It's time for our offering. Yes. We get excited about giving because we recognize that the Infinity Fellowship, if you're new, this is something we already know, but we recognize that we are not here in this world to take. We receive because we're breathing every day. We receive because we're walking in our divine purpose every day. We receive because we have moments like Sundays where we can self-correct when we find ourselves going over the cliff. That is a gift. We're always receiving something. We're receiving the concept of grace that focus on easing ourselves through those circumstances and situations, and that comes within. So we recognize that. We're not here to take. We pour out into the world. So just like each and every one of us is gifted with divine purpose, and that divine purpose says you are here to be a change agent in the world. You're here to leave this world a better place. So when we give from a space of abundance. We do not give from a space of lack. We recognize that as you pour back into the space that pours into you, this space pours into so many of us now. As you complete that divine circuit, you open the world, you open the universe to tune into your frequency of abundance. If you want to act from a space of lack, go ahead. I can't stop you. But I also can't listen to the complaints about how you continually exist in a space of lack. Because I'm going to ask you, well, do you give? Do you support? Do you pour into spaces that pour into you? Do you pour into people that pour into you? And if the answer is no, then that's the frequency you're on. You got to change that radio station. So I invite you to join those of us who have committed to that space of reciprocity, to that space of giving, and to that frequency of abundance, knowing that we can't outgive and outprovide God of our understanding in the universe. So take a deep breath with me. Exhale, release. Feel the good as you're preparing Cash App, as you're preparing PayPal, as you're preparing to write your check and put it in the mail, whatever you do for giving, we invite you to recognize that everything is good. Repeat that after me. Everything is good.
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 I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
We're here and we got it. Let's tune our attention and intention into our offertory affirmation so that we can say our affirmation and send this energy, send this seed into the universe with power. O limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everything is good. Oh, yeah. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I got it. I got it. I got it good. Slide is up on the screen, y'all. Sing it with me. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. I've got it good. Love it, y'all. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Are y'all ready to do it? Y'all ready to get it going in? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Good looking out. How's that? All right. Daniel said, the lights in the shot. I love it. My son is becoming a production master. Give thanks. Y'all ready to do this yoga? All right. So as we have come into the space today, as we are preparing ourselves for this space today, y'all, we're going to move today and we're going to have a challenge today. We're going to challenge you to flow with us in a power sense. So I heard some affirmation in the back here. Sister Kanitha is like, yes. Was that a yes? Oh, hello, hello. She's laughing. But we affirm in a power sense that we are in the space today and we're going to space to move. Listen, yoga is not painful. I wanted you to say this because some people think of yoga and we say, oh, there's a lot of pain in yoga. There's not pain in this space today. We don't want you to feel as if you have to overdo it. You can always find a way to support yourself. So if you have yoga blocks at home, grab yourself a block. If you don't have a block, grab yourself a book. Those of you who are in med school, those of you who are in spaces where you are studying, or if your kids got a math or physics textbook, those are the good ones because, you know, those are those big, thick books. And you can do all kind of crazy things with the big, thick books. You can cause all kind of damage, I'm telling myself. But you can also support yourself with the book. Get you a pillow, get you a bolster. Get you a chair if you need it. There are some poses that you can do where you may have to lean on a chair. That's great. Also, the wall is your friend. So when we get to a space where we may have to use a wall, for instance, if there's a moment where you got to do chair, am I still in the shot, Daniel? Okay. Where you have to do chair, some of us are going to do chair like this. Some of us are going to go against the wall and slide down into chair. If we have to go into a half moon pose, some of us will stretch into the wall for a half moon pose, touch our shoulder blades. So do what you need to do. I'll give you some modifications along the way, but now it's time to do yoga. So find your way to your mat, find your way to a seated position. Let's get ready to get started. Breathe in, breathe out. From an upright, seated position, begin to absorb the space of good. Begin to consciously put yourself in a position for success. And the secret to that position of success is to recognize that you're going to be a yes today. So we are going to be a yes. Begin to focus in your mind. Focus in your mind now on being a yes. See what those three letters mean. It's a song that used to say, will your heart and soul say yes? So will your heart and soul say yes today? Yes. Being a yes means that you're going to show up, you're going to be fully present. Being a yes means that when it's time, you're going to focus your movement in alignment with the breath on continually being a yes. You're going to focus your movement in alignment with the breath to continually be a yes. If you found that space of yes within you, take one more deep breath now. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Good. Now come to all fours on the mat. We're going to start this from the good place. From all fours, take a deep inhale. Exhale and release. From all fours, move your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Point your toes toward the back of the room. Bring your two big toes together. Press back and sit back on your heels. Child's pose, reaching the hands forward. And as you are in child's pose, I want you to remember that child's pose is a strength position. It is also a position at rest. At any time that you need to rest, you can always go to child's pose. At any point in the practice where you feel today, because today's practice is going to move, today's practice is going to flow, today's practice is going to strengthen, it's going to bond, it's going to bind. That's what today's practice is. But at any given point, y'all, do not hurt yourself. Go into child's pose and just breathe. Give yourself that reset. When we get to child's pose, we get to downward facing dog. These are rest positions. They are active positions. So from this moment, I want you to charge your body now by using the breath as electricity. Bring it up from the ground. Bring it up from your fingertips. Activate your palms. Touch your knuckles to the mat. Touch your fingertips to the mat. Touch the inner part of your palm to the mat. Spread those fingers out and reach forward even as you sit back on the mat. And you'll find that when you reach forward on the mat and you sit back, you elongate your lower spine. You elongate your upper back. You bring space in your vertebra, which makes you more conscious of your nervous system. And you begin to actually feel the air go into your nose and then animate the space in your lat muscles underneath your underarms on the sides of your body. Oh yeah, deep breaths just like that. Those are the kind of breaths that we want. And if you find that when you start breathing, certain things start happening. When you start stretching today, certain things start happening. You start sneezing, you start coughing, you start burping, you start breaking wind. That is your body saying, thank you for the activation. I love it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to breathe just like this. On an inhale, lift your forehead off the mat, look between your hands, move your feet to the outer edges of the mat, tuck your toes. On an exhale, press back into downward facing dog, push back, raise your hips, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. For people who are feeling downward dog challenged, everyone else is going to stay there for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. We need to get 3 or 4 deep breaths in. The back of a chair, y'all, downward facing dog. Step away, 90-degree angle. Biceps on the side of your ears. Feeling that stretch. If you notice that 90-degree angle, that's the same angle that you got in downward facing dog. You may want to practice that one day on a chair just to make sure you got the feeling. Big inhale here. Exhale, blow it out. Step, jump, or float between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold into ragdoll. Bend your knees if you need to. Get a block or a book if you need to. If you need a deeper stretch, step up on the block or the book. Whenever we go into a forward fold, we want you to bend first at the lower back. Forward fold, when we call it, some people immediately start arching that spine and then taking their chin to their chest. No, begin with the bend at the lower back. Looking forward, finally hanging over. From a ragdoll position, go ahead and move a little bit from side to side. Loosen up that lower spine. Lifting your heels one at a time off the mat, stretching out those hamstrings. Again, bending those knees if you need to. Good, then coming to a centered position in the stillness of a forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. You can do hands on your shins, hands on your ankles, hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your thighs, however is comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to extended mountain pose, reach to the ceiling. Place those hands at prayer. Exhale, bring them to your heart center. As the hands are in the heart center, we want to make sure that you press those fingertips together. Tips of your fingers, knuckles, and there's a part of your hand here beneath your knuckles and the part underneath your thumb. Press all of those together. We'll make you spread your fingers gently and then press that thumb to that breastplate there, to that breastbone, right at the center of your chest. And from this space, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together, and we're going to exhale the original word, the original vibration tone of the universe in ancient tradition, and that's Om. Aum. I'm going to get that. Look at that. My body's warming me up. All right, deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on. Inhale. Om. Inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. Focus your energy now. This is when you decide to be a yes, because we are at true north now. Our toes are facing forward, 12 o'clock position. Our body is centered. And from this point on, we flow. The word vinyasa, we talk about vinyasa yoga, power yoga. These are all yogas where it is simply breath led, and we are continuing to breathe throughout, and we are synchronizing our breath with our movement. So we're going to be a yes today. And when it's time to go, we're going to crank this music up some, and we're going to flow with it. We got some poses to get through. This is our awakening phase. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands to the side. Good. Now let's check in with our bodies to make sure we're good. Toes facing 12 o'clock, which means not slew-footed or pigeon-toed, but directly forward. Lift up your toes so that we can dig the 4 corners of our feet into the mat. The outside and the inside of both heels, the outside and the inside of both the fronts of the foot, the ball and the area underneath the toe joint. Dig them into the mat, and then spread those toes and dig them in as well. Now that you're planted from the skin to the muscle to the bone, as Baptiste would say, turn everything inward in your lower body. And as you turn everything inward, rotate your thighs, rotate your shins inward. Yes, that's going to give you some stability there. Lift that navel up and then press it in toward the spine. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Lift that chin slightly. Mountain pose. Mountain pose because it is the stillness. This is the pose that we revert to in any given space, even in the final pose, which is Shavasana, as I say, corpse pose. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. But Shavasana is simply Tadasana, lying down. We're standing up and we're active. Our spines are straight. Our third eyes are activated. Yoga Sunday, this entire year, we've been working through those chakras, and those chakras have empowered us. We're going to do a year-end practice for that. For right now, we're going to give you power. Stay with us. Feel it. Embrace it. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Sun salutations. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 breaths here. Let's hear those breaths. Good. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Look between your hands, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale should end when you get to the forward fold position. Inhale, halfway lift. Full breath. Exhale, low plank. That's the push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog, lifting that chest, pressing down on the arms, pointing those toes toward the back of the room, resting on the top of your feet. Extra engagement is straightening the legs and coming up off those thighs. Regular engagement, which is still yoga, which is resting on the thighs. Do what makes you comfortable with your body. Always press yourself just a little bit through the breath. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, press into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Deep and full. Pressing back into downward dog. Straightening those arms. Pressing those hands into the mat and rotating. If we rotated our biceps, we would actually move our hands. But what happens when we can't move our hands because they're planted in the mat? Well, we rotate our biceps anyway. And when we do that, we send energy up through our sides and through our lats. We see our shoulder blades relax and we get more stability. Last breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Look between your hands. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Full breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Yes, let us hear that breath. Y'all got it. Last breath, blow it all out. Look between the hands, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Right into it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Last breath, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up into chair. Bend those knees. Again, if you need to do chair, you need another space to do it, you can always go chair against the wall. Check in on yourself and your body though. Make sure that your feet are still at true north. Good. Bring those knees together. If you need a little space in the knees for the hips, you do that too. Adjust to your body. Every yoga position is not strict for everybody. Everybody has different body characteristics, so respect them. Reaching into that chair. Sitting a little deeper. Inhale, looking up through your hands. Send those thumbs to the back of the room. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, blow it all out. Step just the right foot forward. Inhale up, warrior 1 on the right side. Check in on your warrior 1. Make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle on your right foot. You may need to shorten your stance. Or if you have a knee issue, you know, my right knee is still coming back. I'm so grateful though that I'm able to still teach and do the practice in private and all that. What a wonderful thing. So the knee is directly over the ankle. You may need to extend that so that that can happen more. You may need to extend it less depending on your gait and depending on your stride. But just make sure that your foot is not facing directly center of the mat, but is to the right of the mat. Your hips are squared. Good. And that your back leg is activated. So lift that kneecap up to engage that left quad. Make sure that your foot is at a 45-degree angle. Not pointing forward, that's coming later. Not pointing along the back edge, parallel the back edge, but split the difference, 45 degrees. Good. Reach up, look between the hands. Deep breath. Send those thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale for low plank. Yes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Opposite side. Inhale up into warrior one on the left side. Same principle. Knee directly on top of the ankle. Not this. That's a different pose. No straight front leg, bent front leg. Straight back leg, engaged quad. Think about the kneecap lifting up toward the pelvis, toward the hips. There it is. Stretching now down into that calf. Planting that foot, that blade side, the outside part of your portion of the foot, planting it into the ground back there on your right foot as you lift the arch on the inside of your right foot. Plant those toes forward on the left. Good. Square those hips and reach up. Now let's move with it. Inhale, send those thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Breathe out. Warrior one on the right side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step forward with the left foot. Warrior one, left side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more in us, y'all. Warrior one, right side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, drop to your knees. Child's pose. 5 breaths. I know we needed that rest. I know, trust me. Last night, doing the practice, even this morning, I was doing practice. I was like, I think I need a child's pose after that first one because we really hadn't gone in like this in a while. So take your 3 more deep breaths. In a minute, you can get a break for water. At any time you're at home, I won't be there to see you, so take it when you need it. Last big breath in. Big exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Really lift those hips to make that pyramid shape. Good. Big breath here. Exhale, blow it all out. Step your right foot forward. Crescent lunge. The difference in the crescent lunge is both feet are going to be facing forward. So that front foot, that right foot is planted into the earth. It's planted into the mat. That left foot, you're up on your toes. You're up on your ball of your feet. So you're lifting that heel. That's the crescent lunge. That's the difference. Warrior one, crescent lunge. Turn, 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 turn. Okay, I had too much coffee, I think, this morning. All right, so crescent lunge. Big inhale, and we're just gonna hold that for about 2-3 breaths. If you're at home, you can lunge as deep as you can, as deep as you'd like to. For those who are advanced yogis, you can stretch all the way back to the mat, take the crescent lunge all the way back so that your knee is actually on the ground. If you feel that, that's you. Once we get to this point, we're going to take one more deep breath. On an exhale, we're going to turn our upper bodies to the right, place our hands at prayer at our chest, and place our left elbow on the outside of our right knee. That's revolving crescent, this angle. Heart in the space. If you can't do that, it's enough to turn gently. Some who want a larger stretch, you can extend that left hand toward the outside of that right heel and then open your heart all the way. Big inhale here. Exhale, blow it out, stretch a little more. Inhale back up and come to warrior two. Ah, yes. Warrior two, you shift that left foot to that 45-degree angle, opening that body toward the front of the room, sending it toward me, looking out over the middle finger, and of course, making sure the arms are parallel. As your front arm is pulled forward, your back arm is pulled to the back. That opens up the chest in a powerful way. Looking good. Now catch this, because if you have a block, you can keep that close. Where is that? It's comfortable for you. From warrior two, we're going to go into an extended side angle. So that just means we're just going to take our palm and drop down, tip it like a teapot, extended side angle. Take a block or a book, open that chest, reach that left hand toward the ceiling, palm open, and if you can, look up toward the palm. The knee is bent. Find the stillness. I know it's uncomfortable, y'all. Don't turn the screen off. Don't say, bump this yoga Sunday. It ain't what it's been all year. Don't do that. Be a yes. You committed to be a yes. Do what you can, even if you have to come down on the knee. For those who bind, take it behind you and bind. You advanced yogis, you know about binding. Go ahead and bind. Find your position. Inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, chaturanga. Low plank into inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Hold that for 3 breaths, and you know what's coming next. We got to get the other side. Fortunately, we know the sequence, so let's do it together. Big inhale. Exhale, step forward on your left foot. Crescent lunge. Lift that back foot up. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay with me, y'all. Y'all got it. Beautiful. You're looking good. You're feeling good. I feel the energy from all over the world. Inhale. Put those hands together and twist to the left side. Placing that left elbow either on top of or to the outside of that left knee. Pressing those hands together at prayer, much the same way we started when we did our 3 ohms. Same principle. That's the beauty of yoga. You build on it. So pressing those fingertips together, pressing those palms together, touching that thumb to the chest if you can. This is cleansing your intestines. This is letting that kidney space be cleansed, be flushed. Any twisting position is going to help you with your digestion. It's going to help you flow even better. You may have to eliminate after you Yoga Sunday today. And when you're there eliminating, say, oh, give thanks for all that has passed through my life. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, open up into warrior two on the opposite side. Same principle. That left wrist is being pulled forward as that right one is being pulled back. The chest is open and we're fixing our gaze over the middle finger of our forward hand. From the space of warrior two, inhale, exhale, tip that thing over, extended side angle. Either to the floor, the block, to the knee. For an open chest, you can place your hand at the small of your back and tilt that right shoulder back. This is another great pose to do against the wall if you're working on getting that feeling. Because that feeling against the wall allows you to place both your right and left shoulder blades against the wall. That's how you get the open chest. Good. Inhale. From extended side angle. Stay with us. Exhale, release the hands, turn toward the front of the room. Step forward on your mat. Come up into chair pose. Hands together at heart center. Twist slightly to the right. That's a thunderbolt twist. Inhale up, back into chair. Exhale, opposite side. Placing that right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Much the same as we did in the crescent lunge. See how we're building on this? Power practice. We're getting our strength up. Inhale up to standing, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then down to your sides. Good. Next pose we're going to do as we now build our strength is going to be the eagle pose. Eagle pose is now going to be a variation of what we've seen in our squat position where we were in chair, we were in thunderbolt. Eagle arms, quick tutorial. Eagle arms can be elbows together, palms together. Everybody do that for fun. Good, good, good. That is eagle. That is eagle. For a more intense eagle, take that left hand, place it in front of you. Move that elbow toward the center of your body. Place that thumb towards your third eye or towards your nose, whatever's comfortable. We're going to take that right arm and we're going to wrap it underneath. And if we can, we're going to wrap our arms around each other until our palms are together. Some people's palms can come perfectly together. I don't know how it happens, but it does for some people. And other people, again, this may be enough here. You can hold your shoulder blade, your deltoid. You can hold your elbow. That is another position. So release. Here are the positions. Hands together, elbows together. All right. Here's the other position. Pressing in. Pressing in and pulling in with our right arm as we are pressing out with our left arm, creating that tension. That wonderful, blessed tension that you're breathing into is what yoga is. For the final wrap, for those of you who can, wrap it fully. Some people like to clasp their fingers as well. That's the upper body position for eagle. For the lower body position of eagle, we're going to simply lift our right leg and we're going to cross it over our left, either above the knee at the thigh or below, and then we're going to take a squat. So everybody take that squat. If you're on the wall, you can do the same thing. Squat against the wall, cross that leg over. If you're going into full eagle, you can wrap that leg, much like you wrap the arm, around the entire leg as you squat. So let's prepare for eagle. Let's go into it. Arms first. Now wrap the leg and squat down. Breathing the entire time, in and out slowly. Looking good. Ooh, nice. Looking great. Challenging ourselves with eagle. Told you we're building power today, y'all. This is building strength. It's building core strength. So lift that navel, move it towards your spine, engage your core, engage your quads, your thighs, and your hamstrings. And you'll notice that that eagle position is actually opening up space in your back. So send some air down through your lats. Good. Inhale. Exhale and let go to release. Opposite side eagle. Shake it on out. So if that left hand was up there, it's going to be the same with the right. We're just going to go in opposite directions. Don't be distracted if when you get to this side, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Something's wrong. I was able to wrap on the other side. Your body shifts depending on, do you drive a lot? Where do you wear your wallet? Do you carry your book bag on the left side or the right side? Do you carry a suitcase in the same way? Are you the driver in the car? Do you drive with your left hand? You drive with your right? All of these influence your body. So if you find that you don't do the exact same position the same way on the other side of your body, do not worry, do not fret, all right? Do not despair. Find the space that's gonna work for you. All right, y'all, let's do it. Wrap. Opposite, squat down with that right leg. And you'll note that as you practice the principles that we talked about, you recognize that we're building in the same principles. So remember, mountain pose. Feet due north, planted the four corners of your feet into the earth, rooted, and now you have more stability. Beautiful. Love it. Big inhale here. Drop a little deeper if you can. Exhale, release. Good. Shake it all out. Come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. From mountain pose, I want you to favor the energy or the weight to the left side. Then I want you to lift your right leg. So lift it like you do with the marching band. Marching band, you got to get that 90-degree angle. Work to lift it that way. From the 90-degree angle, I want you to take that right hand, place it on the inside of that right knee. If you have a strap, you can do this the same way. Some people like to do an extended form of this. You can do an extended form. If you're an advanced yogi, you know about a side leg raise. So lift it up, then open that knee out toward a wall or toward a street and extend that left hand. And once you extend that left hand, that left palm, thumbs up, look out to the left as you extend. This also can be done by simply opening and lifting the heel to the end part of the ankle or the inner part of the thigh. But if you can open it up that way, you can. You can use a strap or a towel the same way. Open it up. For those of you who are doing the extended pose, you can wrap that strap around the side of your leg, either way. Breathe it out and in. And for those who would like to, from that extended position, go ahead and just drop it. We won't do, you know what? I like half moon. Half moon is going to be a great thing. Let's go back into that side angle pose. Now I want you to bring your arms to your side, drop your legs, lift that back leg toward the right, toward the back of the room rather. Good. You can do airplane arms. You can do arms to the side. And then with that left hand, you can reach toward the floor, toward a block, turn and open those hips. That's half moon. I'm going to demonstrate it on the wall because that's easier for a lot of folks. And come to the wall anytime y'all need a wall. Half moon on the wall. Hips, legs, shoulders up against the wall. If you hit it and you fall out of it, or if it's your first time trying it and you fall, you're like, that's cool. Laugh, fall out of it. Come on out of it. Let's go to the other side. That just shows where you can go if you want to go into that pose. If not, keep the extended leg raise. Plant ourselves at Tadasana again. Thank y'all. You're hanging in here. You are a yes today. Let's go to the opposite side. Lift that left leg, open it out toward the wall, extend that palm toward the other side of the room. If you shake, wobble, and roll, that's just yoga, baby. Open that leg to open those hips. Open that palm, look out over your thumb. If you'd like, go ahead and take it into airplane or warrior 3, and then try your opposite side for your half moon. All right. Exhale and let it go. Come back to extended mountain pose. We're going into tree. You all recognize tree. Tree position, favor that left side. Go ahead and lift that right leg into position, either the heel against the ankle, the foot against the inner shin bone, or the calf space of the muscle, the inner calf, on the knee or thigh. 90-degree angle, hands at heart center. Again, if you're new to yoga, all these can be done against the wall as well. If you're old to yoga, push yourself even more. Let's extend those hands toward the ceiling if you're able to. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Release the tree. Switch to the opposite side. Shifting the weight to the right foot. Placing the left foot in position. Hands at heart center. Breathing in the stillness. Allowing the flesh on the outside of your shoulder blades on your back to descend toward the floor, eliminating any tension in the neck and shoulders. This is the last standing pose before we hit the floor. Hit the floor. Hit the flow. Hit the flow. Hit the flow. FLOW and FLOOR in urban colloquialisms. Extend toward the ceiling. Breathe. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then release the pose. Lie on your mat now, on your stomach. Come to the center of your mat and lie flat on your stomach. I'm thankful for Sister Kanitha, Sister Lisa here today. Every pose I can't hit because my mic pack will turn the volume off. I've realized that through trial and error. But we're going to get this. Go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths there in that position, in a rest position. Matter of fact, fold your arms in front of you. Rest your forehead on your arms. That's crocodile position, but it'll allow you to breathe. I'm hearing and feeling a lot of, oh my lords, thank you lords. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to rest in that before we hit these floor poses. We're doing great, y'all. We're doing great. We're going to move through this next segment with strength. All right. Inhale, lift your forehead from your arms. Bring your arms to your sides with your palms facing up. You can choose this position, whether you're going to do locust pose or whether you're going to do floor bow. If you're going to do floor bow, you can reach behind you. I'm going to do locust first. Locust, you're going to extend your fingertips toward the back of the room. You're going to extend your toes toward the back of the room. You're going to lift your feet. You're going to lift your chest off the mat, and you're going to look forward. That is going to be locust. And you're going to raise your arms off the mat. That is locust. If you want to go into floor bow, you can do that a number of ways. You can bring your heels to your buttocks. And if you're flexible enough, you can grab the top of your feet or your ankles. And then you're going to raise up the chest. You're going to raise up the thighs. If you need a strap, you can also do this with a strap. Or you can just do locust. So whether you're doing floor bow or locust, I want you to release to the floor right now. Going to do it together. Ready? Inhale up into locust or floor bow. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Press yourself to lift higher. Raise that chest, raise those thighs. If you're in locust, point those fingers toward the back of the room. Shoot the light out of your toes toward the back of the room to engage that quad. Good. Exhale, release to the floor. 1 deep breath, in and out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come up into locust or bow. Good. Stretch. Get the power. Exhale, release to the floor. Immediately place your hands, your palms underneath your shoulder blades. Press up into upward facing dog. Great job, y'all. Great job. Looking great, feeling great. Your body is going to love on you tonight and the rest of this week. This practice is going to move you. You're going to have to come back, fast forward it to this practice, and do it. Do it twice this week. See what happens. Big inhale. Exhale, come to all fours. Good. Now lift your chest up so that your shoulders are in alignment with your hips. Come up on your knees, in other words. Great. Place your hands at your waist. We're going to do camel pose. You remember this? This is one of the chakra poses that activates the heart chakra. So place those hands at the waist. Bring those elbows in to meet each other. Press the pelvis forward. As you relax and drop the head toward the back of the room, open the chest. For those of you who have a deeper practice, you can reach behind you and touch the floor. You can reach behind you and touch the top of your heels. You can reach behind you and hold your ankles. Whatever space you're in and able to be in. You can use a block or a book. Find the stillness position. Your hands may remain just on your waist. Nice. Continue to breathe. Shoot the light of the heart up into the space. All right, great. Inhale. Exhale. Sit up to come out of the pose. Come to the middle of your mat. Lie flat on your back. Extend your arms. Extend your legs. Palms facing down, drilling into the mat. Feet together, toes pointed toward the ceiling. Lift your legs to 90-degree angle. Yes, we're ready. Now, with your legs together, hear me, and you can also bend your knees if you need to. With your legs together, drop your left leg 30 degrees. Good. Now, place your right hand behind place your left, yes, that's what I want. Hold on, let me get, left leg is dropped 30 degrees, good. Place your left hand behind your head. We're going to bring your left elbow to the inner part of your right knee on a crunch. And we're gonna do this together. Ready? And 10, 9, 8, 7, count it, 6, count it at home, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your legs back together. Now drop the opposite leg 30 degrees. Good. Now that you drop that, we're going to put our right palm behind our necks there. And we're going to go the opposite direction. Ready? And 10. Count it. 9. Let's hear it. 8, 7. I hear you at home. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands together. Legs together. Hands to your side. Place your palms down. Drop both your legs 30 degrees. Hold and breathe. This is getting that turkey, that soy turkey, whatever we ate, is getting it out of us. Another 30 degrees. 2 inches from the mat. Drop it to the floor. Good. Now, bring your left knee up off the mat towards the chest. Good. Place both hands behind your head. And we're going to do bicycles, starting with the left elbow to the inside of the left knee, or the right elbow to the inside of the left knee. Don't give up. Do not give up. Be a yes. Ready? Bicycles. We're only going to go 10, alternating legs. Ready? And go. 10, 9, extend. 8, 7, yes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lay it all the way down. 3 deep breaths here. Take a breath, get you some water. Yes, I love it. This is when the body talks back, y'all. Come on, like we almost done. We're almost done. Believe it or not, we're almost done. I know you're like, Rev, man, we did it. How many poses have we done? Probably about 15, 20 poses now, but we're going to get to a few more and then we're going to be done. We're going to be done early. Isn't it great? You're going to send your friends to this replay. Okay, from this position, let's go ahead and activate. Come to downward facing dog. Find your way to downward facing dog. That means get up off that mat and come to downward facing dog. For downward facing dog, lift that right foot, extend that leg, bring that knee towards your chest, bring that right knee toward your right hand, bring those left toes towards your left hand. Lift that back leg and point it toward the room, the back of the room, and press up. That is king pigeon. If you need a support, this is a hip opener. You should feel this opening now in your right hip. You can place a block or pillow underneath your buttocks to get to that, right? Lisa's like, it feels good. Yes, it does. You can hold it there. If you want to extend the pigeon, you can drop to your elbows and drop the head toward the mat. Breathing the entire time. Really opening those hips. Do not jerk when you're in pigeon. Take it slow. Inhaling and exhaling deeply through your nose. Allowing that hip joint, that pelvic area to just relax and to stretch. Many people carry our stress. We carry our stress in our hips. So this is always a great pose if you want to do this in the morning, just to relieve some of the stress that you have accumulated during the day, during the week. It will open you up. Three more deep breaths in the pigeon on the right side. Good. A big inhale here. If you have extended yourself to the floor, press yourself back up to your palms. And then lift yourself back up and go back into downward facing dog on the exhale. Good. Move those legs up and down, those heels, shake it out a little bit. You've gotten an extra stretch in. Find a space of stillness. The opposite side. Inhale up. Lift that leg, that left leg. Bring that left knee. I'm about to turn my mic off. Left knee toward the left hand and the left foot, toes toward the right hand. Stay in king pigeon, pressing up by pressing the palms down and lifting and raising the shoulders and the chest, or extend into full pigeon by reaching forward, placing those elbows onto the mat, extending those palms as far as you can, either at prayer or open. Great job. And again, you can place the block up under the buttock, wherever it may fit, to give you support for that position. If you got a pillow, grab a pillow off the couch and place it under your chest. Yeah, I know, right? I heard somebody say, oh, yes, I felt that relief. Place the block under your chest, whatever you may need to place to give yourself comfort, even as we push ourselves to open those hips. Do not move too fast when you're trying to get into pigeon. People move fast and they end up pulling muscles because they're trying to just jimmy their foot forward. No, ease into it. And if you feel that there's a struggle, but there's a place that you want to get to beyond, utilize your breath to take you there. Send the breath into the hip. Excellent. 2 more deep breaths in pigeon. Good. On an inhale, come back up to king pigeon, pressing those hands into the mat. On an exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, look between your hands, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release all the way. And now at the middle of your mat, have a seat. Have several seats. Sitting in upright position, we're going to extend our right leg, toes pointing upward. You can grab your towel or your strap if you need this, because we're going to do leg extensions. It's going to be beautiful. Extending that right leg forward. We're going to drop our left knee toward the outer part of the room. We're going to tuck our left foot into the inside of our right thigh. We're going to square our hips with our right foot. Once that's square, and get your strap ready, reach up toward the sky, then begin to bend at the lumbar spine, the lower back, and extend toward that foot. You can grab a towel and wrap it around the foot to pull yourself a little deeper. If you're able to grab your foot or your ankle, do so. Single leg extension on the right side. Inhale. Exhale, extend deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to seated. Switch legs. Extend the left leg forward. Toes facing up. Drop the right knee to the outside of the mat. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin to bend at the lower back, looking forward, looking forward, looking forward until you can look forward no more. Finally, dropping the chest and the head toward the foot, using the strap of the towel to wrap around the ball of the foot if necessary. Find the position of stillness. Great job. Two more deep breaths. On the breathe out, challenge yourself to drop a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up to seated. Extend that right leg to match now the left. In an upright seated position, both feet together, toes together, pointing toward the ceiling. We did the single leg extension. Now we're going to do the double leg extension. So grab your towel or grab your strap. Reach up toward the ceiling on an inhale. Exhale, begin to bend forward. I love it. We're here. We're almost there, y'all. Great job. Inhale, exhale, drop it a little deeper if you can. Feeling that release in the hamstrings, that's the back of your legs, underneath your buttocks. Feeling the stretch in your calves. Complete power flowing through you right now. Big inhale. Exhale, release, lie all the way back on the floor. Taking a deep breath now. Bringing that right foot, bending your knee, bringing that right foot towards your buttocks. Now reach across your body with your left hand, place it on the outside of your right knee. Extend your right hand with your palm up toward the ceiling. We're going to just drop our right knee across the left side of our body. And as we do that, it's a supine twist. You're going to look to your palm of your right hand. Twisting to the left, looking to the right. Supine twist. We're clearing any toxins that may exist now in your lower intestine. We're releasing everything out into the universe. This is the poop position, I will say, so I've learned to not be offended. Some of you at home are like, I'm so glad I didn't come in person, because I am Vladimir Putin today. That's your body saying, oh, I've been waiting for this. It's also releasing the vertebra on your lower spine, so spinal fluids can flow. Deep breath. Exhale to come out of the pose. Come back to neutral. Switching sides, bringing that left heel toward the buttocks, bending that left knee. Reaching across your body with your right hand. You can also bring it towards your chest if you've got that strength and flexibility. Now drop that left knee toward the right side of your body. Extend that left palm to the side of your body and look over to your left palm as you stretch to the right. Great job, y'all. Great job. Three more deep breaths in the supine twist position. Big inhale. Exhale to come out of the pose. Back to neutral. Bend both knees. Bring your buttocks, feet towards your buttocks. Bring your buttocks towards your feet. How about that one? Try that one too. Somebody might be able to do that. Bring your heels towards your buttocks. Bring your feet together. Drop your knees toward the outside of edges of the mat. As you bring the bottoms of your feet together, this is butterfly pose, also known as Supta Baddha Konasana. It's Kanitha's favorite pose. Place one hand on your chest, another on your stomach, so that you can feel the breath. Inhale and exhale. And if you could imagine Rev Jeff coming around, pressing the inside of your knees to drop them more toward the floor, you can do that. If you want to put a pillow or a block underneath your thighs, you can do that for a couple of breaths. An ultimate cross training would have somebody come up and put their hands on the inner part of your knees and do 20 push-ups. So if either one of y'all want to try that, okay, you don't want to try it. Okay. We have no takers today. Terrell, Tashana, don't try that at home. Don't do that. We're going to work on that. Same thing, Lakeisha and Alvin, because y'all work out. Y'all do that heavy stuff. But don't do that. Rev Jeff is not going for any popped hips dislocated joints today. We're breathing in and out. Two more deep breaths. On the exhale, extend your feet toward the edge of the mat. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms, bring your arms to your sides, palms facing up. Bring your toes together, then drop those toes toward the outer edges of the mat. Congratulations. You have made your way to Shavasana. So for those of you who like to dim the lights and light a candle, go ahead and do that now. We're going to be resting in Shavasana for just a few breaths. I'm going to take the lights down here and I'm going to smudge those who are here in the space with some wonderful incense. Congratulate yourself for making it to the practice, for making it into the space of awareness. As you rest in Shavasana, give yourself the space to always affirm that life is good. That you have everything that you need to be successful in the world. That you are beautiful, that you are strong, that you are gifted, and that you practice the reinforcing spiritual practice of remembering that you are made in the divine image and likeness of all creation. We release fearfulness. We release doubt and shame. We embrace the good. I receive the good that is my divine right in this world right now. I commit to exist, to live my dreams and my divine purpose, and to walk forth in confidence in knowing who I truly am. I am grateful for community that reminds me that all things are working for the good. As I accept this divine peace, I recognize the divinity in myself and therefore recognize the divinity in all who I meet and encounter today. From this position, take a deep breath, begin to come back into the awareness of the space. Wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. Go ahead and roll over to one side. Sit in the fetal position for just a few moments. Embrace that feeling. Congratulate yourself. We pushed it today, and you got through it like a champion, because you are a champion. Press yourself up to a seated position. If you're with somebody who is tuned out and zoned out, go ahead and tell them we're back. And to end the practice, 3 ohms, hands at heart center. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. Focusing in this moment, giving thanks in this moment, and gratitude in this moment for those who are tuning in, for those who made it through this practice, for those who will make it through this practice on the replay, for all who exist in the space today who have made this happen. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you. So it is. Namaste. Namaste, y'all. Oh, yes. And that was a big namaste. That's a big namaste, even for everybody who said, nah, I'm going to stay in child's pose all this whole time. Guess what? We love that too. That's your own special namaste. But look, this has been an honor. This has been a privilege. This has been Yoga Sunday. It is the ultimate way to start out Self-Care Sunday wherever you are. Start with the self-care of community. Michael Bethwith has a great saying that community builds immunity from the lower vibrations. And there's more to that. coming soon. Next week is First Sunday. That means the Voices of Infinity are going to be in that corner, kicking it with live music. The message and download will be in that corner, and you're going to be out here when we put the seats back in the space. This is Rev Jeff on behalf of the Infinity Fellowship and everyone who is here to support and pour into you, including young Daniel Carr, who did all of our tech today. Shout out to you, Daniel, handling our business. To everybody around, go ahead and say some stuff in the chat. You can come back to the thumbs while we play out our slides. But we want you to know that you are absolutely loved. And we speak in this moment. We speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the infinite power of the universe, the divine power of the ancestors rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth, now and forevermore. We'll bring our slides in so that you can say it with us. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Till I talk to you next week, I'm seeing you in person next week right here, 641 West Nocturne Drive. This has been Rev Jeff reminding you that when you get information, you turn it into knowledge when you absorb it. But when you want to get wisdom, you put it into practice where it's bearing fruit. I love you guys. That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you. Peace, blessings, and power.